views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Let me be your lighthouse so I can show you the way. Let me be your shining light, I'll keep you from drifting away. I'm the one that makes you try when...
Hello, this is Patty Hunter of Patty's Page. Today, my special guest with me will be Leland Gamson and Betsy Bleed. So welcome to my show, people.
It's great to be here, Patty.
Thank you, Patty.
Good to see you, girl. See what you really like. I have questions for you. We'll be discussing Leland's new book, as well as the illustration Betsy did for it. So, what is the name of your book, your new book?
Oh, it is The Pony Who Wanted to Be a Unicorn.
How long did it take to write it?
If this is working. And I really can't answer that, Patty, because if a book or a poem or a song is successful, it looks like that it was just written spontaneously. The idea comes spontaneously, but the rewriting of it and the formatting of it is what takes most of the time, not just the creative idea.
Oh yeah, I know it all in one pocket, you know. So then how about you, girl? When did you become an illustrator?
Well, I've been drawing for my whole life, so I don't know when I became an illustrator, probably when I was like 3 years old and first picked up a crayon. But I studied illustration at Indiana Wesleyan, and that's what has put me on the track of trying to become a professional illustrator. And so ever since college, I've been doing a lot of freelance work and just fitting in art wherever I can.
So how long have you been professionally doing?
That's a good question. I guess I've heard it said that you can call yourself a professional as soon as people are paying you for your art.
That helps.
So I think like towards the end of high school or definitely at the start of college, that's when I started selling more drawings to people. And sometimes that would be commissions, like if they asked for a portrait or a caricature or a special drawing, or sometimes I would just create my original art and sell prints of that or originals.
Leland, how many books have you written so far altogether?
Okay, this will be my 11th book that is out, that is published. Betsy and I are working on another one. And then I have Karen Camden Welsh, another illustrator I work with. She's illustrating one.
Is this the first time you've illustrated for Leland, Betsy?
Yes, this is the first time. So the pony who wanted to be a unicorn was our first project together. And like Leland said, we're working on the next one too now.
So what's the theme behind this?
It is an old theme with a kind of a fresh presentation, and the theme is summed up in the end of the book, just in case the reader didn't get it.
Hey,
From Acts 20:35,
Yeah.
It is better to give than to receive. It is through giving that the pony's wishes are fulfilled.
and you put the words into the horse's head, or do they talk?
Yes, it's a fable. The ponies are animated or anthropomorphized, like in Aesop's tales, they speak, that they have human personalities.
So when did you and Betsy meet each other? Where?
Oh, do you want to tell it, Betsy, or?
Sure, I can tell it. So we met at the Indiana Wesleyan sponsored Craft Bazaar, and that was an annual event where students and local artists could sell their artwork and crafts and snacks and like all kinds of fun stuff around the holidays.
Mhm.
And so that was an event where I would bring my artwork and sell prints and just like all kinds of art related items that I had made.
Is that
And
around Christmas?
what?
That around Christmas or?
Yeah, it was right around Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So I had my little booth full of art stuff, and Leland walked up and he was looking at some of my stuff, and we got to talking. And he told me how he had a booth there as well, selling his books. And that's how we first got in touch. And then since that event, we just started working on The Pony Who Wanted to Be a Unicorn.
Did you meet him in Fort Wayne, where you lived before you moved?
No, this event took place in Marion.
Marion, where he lives.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good show. So you just recently moved from Fort Wayne. Were you born here or?
Yeah, so I was born in Fort Wayne, and just this past summer, after graduating college, I moved to Indianapolis. So I've been living here ever since.
Good weather?
Not today. It's a little snowy right now.
Well, we have sun and then. So this will be the first book that you worked on with him. The second book that you're going to be working with, does it have a title already, or shall we wait until it gets released?
Yes, it does. It's titled "'Twas the Night Before Christ's Birth." It's a take on "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," the classic, but our version is overtly Christian.
So basically,
On the birth of Christ.
yeah, basically you write for children, right?
Yes. Well, my books have been. I've written articles on mental health for some professional journals, but my main focus is on very young children's books.
So what age group are you talking about?
Oh, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, probably no more than third or fourth grade.
So when he was describing what he was, the story of the pony who wanted to be a unicorn, how did you mix your artwork with him? Did he did the writing and you just matched up with it in all the illustrating?
Yeah, so Leland sent me the manuscript for the book and suggestions for where there would be page breaks.
Oh, yeah.
Meaning, like each chunk of text would have an illustration paired with that specific area of text.
Mm.
So once we had figured that out, then we knew the number of illustrations. And from that point, I would start doing thumbnails, which is like tiny little compositional sketches where you just like figure out what belongs in that scene.
You mean a rough layout?
Yeah, a rough layout. Yeah.
I used to take arts, designing, the physical, not computer. Arts. What's that called? Graphic arts.
Mhm.
So I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So to get this book all together, was it half a year or a year? Leland?
Well, it took several months to format it correctly.
Mm.
And because it's so complicated to do a children's book. And then Betsy has been wonderful with her flexibility.
That's
because in most books, there is a disclaimer, any resemblance to someone living or dead is a coincidence. Not in this case. There is one human being in the book,
Oh, wow.
and it is a real person. The Sally really exists, and it attends our church. And then we sent a photograph of Sally, and then Betsy based, the likeness on Sally's photograph.
Which is good. Excellent.
And then later, when we thought it was complete, Sally said, "Oh, I think my dog Bella should be in it." And then Betsy
And there they are, the two
put
sons.
the dog in. The dog does not say any words, but it still is a delightful kind of addition to the illustrations.
So when the horses talk, is it horse talk or English or what?
They speak English to them, each other,
All right.
and to themselves, but when they're communicating with
Sally?
people, it's just hee-hum.
That's so cute. Where did he get these ideas, kiddo?
They just come.
The Lord is working in strange ways with us. isn't it?
That's right.
Yes. But they're all basically biblical, I mean, for Christians.
Yes. And then the 4 ponies have Hebrew names, which an appropriate meaning, which matches their character, but I'll leave it to the reader to unlock that.
Oh, that looks like fun.
Yeah. Of course, in the age of the internet, that's easy. You don't have to go to a library, look up a Hebrew English dictionary.
So, how long is your reading? When you read out loud, have you read it out loud before to anyone?
I have never timed this book.
No?
Usually most of my books are 5 to 7 minutes.
So in this case, we're going to be showing her illustrations of the book. And while you're talking, the words that are in the book that has been printed in the book. It's interesting. You did the cover and even the back, or no, Betsy?
Yeah, I illustrated. Well, so the cover illustration is actually one of the illustrations that's included in the story.
Yeah.
And we agreed that this was probably the most fitting illustration to put on the cover.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So these are special children that you have in the story with horses.
Yes, special needs children.
So let's have a listen, and you shall explain the photo illustrating me while he's reading. So let us
Okay. The Pony Who Wanted to Be a Unicorn by Leland Gamson, illustrated by Betsy Bleed. Nikud the pony lived on a pony farm with his friends. They all got along because ponies like to be with other ponies.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the time, they were free to spend the day eating, sleeping, and running in the field. Children would come to their farm to pet them, give them treats, and ride on them.
Next page.
One day, one would think Nikud would be happy, but he was not. The reason was he didn't want to just be a pony.
Oh.
This was a good life for a pony. Still, Bella, that's the dog, could see that Nikud was daydreaming about being someone else. Finally, Nikud couldn't keep it to himself any longer. he told his two best friends his secret. When they were in the barn for the night, he announced, I like living here, but I wish I were a unicorn. If I were a unicorn, children would think I was special. Nikod was afraid he would be laughed at. Instead of laughing at him, his friends felt free to also share their secret wishes. Tova, who had the stall on the right, said, I like living here too, but I wish I could fly. All the children would love to ride a flying pony.
That's different.
Beatty, whose stall was on Nikod's left, joined the conversation. As long as we are sharing our secret wishes, I'll share mine. I have always wanted to sing. A singing pony would brighten a child's day. How a pony can sing, learn to sing, I haven't figured out. And I haven't figured out how a pony can fly, added Tova. Well, I haven't figured out how to become a unicorn either, replied Nikod.
That's sweet. I like it.
The pony farm owner, Sally, lived in the house near the pony's barn. One day she gathered the three ponies together to tell them something important. Tomorrow, we are going to have special children come to our farm. They have special needs, and you can help them. The ponies could not wait to meet the children and help them.
There's a lot of work on each page, kids.
As it always does, tomorrow came. Sally introduced the three new children to the three ponies. Today, Sally told the six of them, we will just get acquainted. She knew that the three children, Jasmine, Sarah, and Isaac, had never seen a pony. Sally took Jasmine by the hand because Jasmine was blind. She had her touch Nikod on his muzzle and said, this is Nikod. He likes to be petted and he likes you. Why does he like me? We just met, asked Jasmine. Because he likes all kind children and he knows that you are kind. Patting Nikod and feeling his legs and sides, Jasmine said, I like him too. He feels like a unicorn, even if he doesn't have a horn. Hearing this made Nikod happy. While Jasmine was busy hugging and talking to Nikod, Sally introduced Sarah to Tova. Even being a pony, Tova could see that Sarah could not walk because she was in a wheelchair. Sarah, this is Tova. Tova, this is Sarah. She is so cute, said Sarah, and she looks so strong with 4 legs. Tova thought Sarah was cute too and strong in her own way. Can I ride Tova, please? Sarah asked Sally. Tova was willing to carry Sarah right then. But Sally said, remember, today you are only getting acquainted. Tomorrow we will start our riding lessons. It'll take a few lessons before you three are riding without me holding you up.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac knew that Beatty would be his pony because he was the only pony left. Unlike Jasmine and Sarah, Isaac could both see and walk. He had trouble talking and holding things, but he loved to sing. When he petted Beatty, he sang, oh, what a beautiful pony, to the tune of, oh, what a beautiful morning. Being a pony, Beatty didn't know exactly what his new friend was singing. He knew it was a happy song because he Beatty the pony made Isaac happy. For weeks, the children and ponies trained and exercised together. The children's goal was to ride their ponies without help. Their ponies were patient and in no hurry. They just liked helping. Finally, the day came when Sally told Jasmine, Sarah, and Isaac, "I think you're strong enough to ride without me holding you up at all." The children agreed. The ponies didn't care if Sally was helping. They just liked being ridden and making children happy. When Jasmine was riding naked without Sally's help, she shouted to the world, "I'm riding my unicorn by myself." "Naked is still a pony," Sally reminded her. "Well, then he is a unicorn pony," answered Jasmine. "Or a pony unicorn," said Sally, seeing Jasmine point. Either way, Naked felt like a unicorn, whether he was a pony unicorn or a unicorn pony. "After all," explained Sally, "donkeys, ponies, and unicorns are all in the horse family." Meanwhile, Sarah told Tova, "I have a strong hold of you. You can go faster." Tova looked at Sally before going faster. "Yes, Tova, you can trot." When Tova started trotting, Sarah said, "I'm flying. I'm flying." If Sarah thinks she is flying, I must be flying too, thought Tova happily. Isaac felt so happy riding Dee by himself that he started singing really loud. "Nice Miss Sally had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on her farm she had some ponies, E-I-E-I-O, with a whinny here and a whinny there, E-I-E-I-O." When Isaac sang it again, Beatty joined in the whinny whinny. "We are singing together," thought Beatty. "If we are singing, that means I am singing. I am a singing pony." Yes, that day, by carrying Jasmine, Sarah, and Isaac, Nikud was a unicorn. Tova flew and Beatty sang. Working together, all six experienced their wish coming true. And then I end with the quote from Acts 20:35. The Lord Jesus himself said, "There is more happiness in giving than receiving."
I hear. Mhm. So you had so many words per page. You made a good story
Yes,
in the illustration that you put, Betsy, matches up with what he was talking about, the emotions and all that. I think that was very well blended.
Thank you.
yeah, thank you, Patty.
So the moral of the story is, like you said before, it's better to give than to receive.
That's right.
Is there anything else you want to talk about your book, both of you?
Well, as long as I have a TV audience, it's available definitely on Amazon Books.
Amazon.
Yes, all my books are, and then usually they're also available on Barnes and Nobles and Walmart Books, but you can always find them in Amazon Books.
They're all on online.
That's right.
And thank you for giving a copy of it.
You're quite welcome.
Bob and I, because we just love this. And on the back, the pony who wanted to be a unicorn. I think I better put my glasses on. I can't see. See if I can find them. So, what would you like to say to my audience, Betsy, to encourage them, whatever they wanted to do, like illustrating and that, do something that they enjoy and all? What would you like to say?
Yeah, I think like something I've been practicing as an illustrator is drawing things that make me happy and that I hope will make others happy too.
Mhm.
And I think when Leland and I first met, he said he liked how happy and bright my style was. And that's always what I'm going for with my art is making something that'll make others smile. And
You do. They're quite light and lively and
yeah,
full of fun.
yeah, always lighthearted or encouraging stuff.
Is that like your personality?
Yes. Yeah.
Like to smile. So I'm glad you two found each other. Are you working on the other one now, or are you just going to start the other one?
Yeah. So just like I was talking about with the pony who wanted to be a unicorn, right now with 'Twas the Night Before Christ's Birth, I'm in the thumbnail stage.
Oh.
So right now I'm drawing out little compositions for each of the illustrations, and we're gonna develop them more from there.
Thank you. Thank you very much, you two. You did an awesome job.
We are also working on some posters together. One of them is a guardian bear. One was seized in a cemetery. It tugs at the heart where there is a teddy bear sitting on or by the tombstone of an infant or a toddler. So the poem is written from the perspective of the guardian bear.
So that's what you're putting together.
Yeah.
Oh.
And also, I want to kind of give a thumbs up to the way that Betsy kind of asserted herself during the kind of the Christmas bazaar, because here was a writer, with books. She, at that time, was an up and coming illustrator, and she presented her illustrations to me.
Yeah.
And that's, sort of the secret of success. Be assertive, but without being aggressive or overbearing.
I'm glad I wasn't aggressive.
Assertive, not aggressive. Well, thank you both. I'll have you on my show again, I know it.
Yeah.
So,
and we thank you, Patty, for being on the show.
yeah.
Thank you.
Nice to have you. This is Patty Hunter, Patty's Page. Thank you for coming on my show. Thank you so much, Leland and Betsy. So, see you next week.
Godspeed, my love, until we meet again. You're always in my heart and every dream. Don't let this time apart give in to all our fears. God will keep us close from up above. So until we meet again, Godspeed, my love. God is with us always for the rest of our lives.